So, hi everyone, it's Adela here from Boss Women, and today I'm going to be interviewing the lovely Tor from Tor's Law, and she is, believe it or not, a happiness coach. So, tell us, tell us a little bit more about what a happiness coach is and
Um,
what you do.
yeah, so hi everyone, my name's Tor. I am a happiness coach for Tor's Law. So I'm a career and mindset coach, and it's a service offered to lawyers and all to just live life happy and be better than yesterday. And that's exactly what Tor's Law is as a definition, really, just to live your life happy and be better than you were the day before.
Wow, absolutely, I love that. It's brilliant. Lots of sparkles and
Oh yeah, that's
rainbows
my
and everything.
trademark. Happiness sprinkles.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And that's what life's all about, right?
Exactly,
Happiness
exactly.
and sprinkles. What else do you need?
Exactly. I love it. I just love helping people really. So it's just so much fun. I mean, I literally help everyone from those that want to get into law, those that are already really well established in their career, or even if you've got absolutely nothing to do with law like whatsoever, the
Yeah.
tools, the techniques that I've learned through my coaching training literally are universal to all. So anyone can get involved and benefit from the coaching on offer. And it really is just about having fun along the way, changing your life, transforming your beliefs and having fun.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. And it's like it's your whole mindset as well. I guess the whole mindset thing comes into it as well, because you'll probably come in there where people are thinking, well, I can't do it and things. You'll come in there and that's what the coach is there for, to kind of help them and push them and help them strive. Which is brilliant. Yeah. So what actually made you start your business then, Tor? So what did you think and when did you start it as well?
So I'm actually in my first year of business, and I've always been a lawyer. I'm a commercial disputes resolution lawyer, most of the time. So I spend part of my week doing that, and then the other part of my week doing the Tours Law coaching. And I tell you what inspired me is me just working in the legal industry for well over a decade, sort of alongside and against some really unhappy lawyers. And I think law can be quite an unhappy place, really, and it doesn't need to be. So I spent a lot of my time, volunteering and helping through like mentoring schemes, just helping people with their careers, with their happiness, just to get them to where they want to be. And I just felt like I could do more. So I went off, did my coaching qualifications, come back and set up Tours Law to just help people, literally help people with their careers, with their mindsets, and just to realise that you can be happy being you right now. Everyone's got their struggles, we'll always have our struggles, but you can just be happy being you right this very second.
And it's funny how you say that lawyers in the legal world, like, they're not happy. I mean, we're both lawyers.
Yeah, yeah.
And we are just, I think we're one of the very few that are very different to people, other lawyers, because we are very happy, very sparkly and rainbows. I mean, people say I live in a bubble where they see sparkles, rainbows, unicorns and everything floating around in my little bubble. My answer to that is just don't burst my bubble. I love my world. If anything coming into my world, you love it. So
I think that's why we connected, because I think we're just very, very similar.
yeah, I think so. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. That's why. And it's brilliant to hear that. So you started your business like in the last year. So it's like a lockdown business then, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Because it started, yeah.
non-stop.
But
Yeah,
then at the same time, you're still working.
working, still got to pay those bills, as I start and
Absolutely.
create and grow this business. And
Yeah.
you do what you've got to do. I absolutely love being a lawyer. Like, I don't pretend that it's easy, because it's really not easy. But I
Mhm.
tell you what, it is a really rewarding career if you go about it in the right way. And
Yeah.
sometimes, lawyers with their big egos, they're a little bit scared to sort of reach out and ask for the help. But I think just putting that to one side, I think everyone needs help along the way, no matter what stage you're at, where you are on the journey. Just reaching out for that little bit of help sometimes, can really make a massive difference. And that's exactly why I do what I do. And I love doing what I do.
Yeah, and I think, and I can just see the excitement in you as well, and it's absolutely brilliant. Oh, I love it, because this is what people need. Like on the Boss Women group, it's a platform there for women to help other women and give them advice, especially if they've just started in business or they're thinking about doing in business. Because a lot of people still need to work. Uh, as you said, we need to pay. Everybody needs to pay their bills, but then they're thinking, oh well, I can't do my business because I need to leave my job. But in actual fact, you can actually do both, especially when you're starting off as well. And that's a really, really good message, because people can look at you, you're an inspiration to people, and you set it up in lockdown as well. So that's absolutely amazing. I know you've only had your business for a year, however, there's always going to be highs and lows in businesses.
Mm-hmm.
What was your highs and what were your lows, if any?
I'd say my highs are probably the continuous feedback and the compliments I get from the people I coach. I mean, they say everything from how amazing and brilliant I am, and come on, everyone likes to be told they're amazing and brilliant. But they compliment me on the coaching techniques. Everything from me just being caring and non-judgmental and sort of relatable, because I am down to earth, and it's that down to earth coaching that I really try and provide, whether it's one-on-one or in groups, to just get you to where you want to be. So the highs for me are definitely the feedback, the positive feedback, and it just keeps me going and it just makes me want to just carry on and do more and more and more and push this to the masses. So that's definitely the high for me. And I guess the low would probably be, I mean, you're always looking for your next client, so there's always that strain of like business development, and it is that constant business development, and you are just always looking for the next client. So I guess that's the struggle, especially as someone new starting out as a businesswoman. I've always been a lawyer, very different to being a businesswoman.
Yeah,
And I'm a coach. So yeah, I'd say that's the low at the moment.
yeah.
But it's still good fun. You push through it. It's what you got to do.
And so you've essentially got the best of both worlds then, haven't you? Because you're able to do what you love during the day in your day job, and then you're also doing what you love in terms of your business as well. And that's just like an all-round happy kind of momentum that you have through your life, which is good. So tell me a bit more about your business then, like how about the coaching, what does it involve, and how do you get your clients, and what do you do? What's the kind of like journey that people would go on with you?
Okay, so coaching can be very different depending on what kind of coach you're working with. So I class myself as a happiness coach, because I just think everything can be whittled down to happiness at the end of the day. And I do my coaching in sort of a career and mindset context. So the industry I know best is the legal industry. Obviously, I've been in it for over a decade. So I try and help people with their careers, with their mindset. So they might want to change career. They might just be having really sort of limiting beliefs and struggling because they're telling themselves they can't do something, or, something might have happened and they're just like, I cannot push forwards. And what I do is I get people from A to B. So whatever your A is and whatever your B is, and people's A's and B's are very different. You might have similar lawyers come to me, but their issues and their problems, their challenges are very, very different. So it's quite interesting working with a range of people on a range of issues. And like I say, it does all whittle down to happiness. So you can get involved and do sort of one-off coaching sessions. We call it ICF style coaching. So that's International Coach Federation coaching. And they generally are sort of one-off sessions where there's a real focus during that 1 hour session on a particular issue. And we work through that to get you to where you want to be. And then separate to that, I also offer sort of the Tors Law coaching programs. So they are set, they are structured. Usually the 3-month program is the one that most people enjoy the most. That's the most popular of all. But you can do a 1-day intensive as well. And like I say, they are structured. We work on everything from, productivity to sort of setting goals, trying to get you to where you want to be. If you have got issues and challenges sort of with your mindset, we can go through a process of transforming those limiting beliefs to get you to where you want to be as well. We do everything from EFT, I don't know if you've heard of tapping, visualizations, like there's so much, and it really depends on you and what you want. So I really tailor the coaching, especially if it's one-on-one. I like to tailor it to what you want to get out of it. So it's just great fun. And I'm like, if you want to get involved and just have fun, be open, be you. And I just say to everyone, you know, the more open you are, the more you're going to get from the sessions. So you do have to be vulnerable, you do have to be open, and it is scary because as lawyers we're fiercely private. I mean, I know I have been for a long time, and you know, just putting yourself out there and asking for the help is difficult sometimes, but I tell you what, it can change your life for the better. And you know, I've seen it with my clients, they love it, they come back for more, and some of the changes they've made with my help have just been amazing. They're doing completely different things than they were doing before. So it's lovely to see, and it's lovely to be part of as well.
It's brilliant actually, because and coaching can really help, because I have previously, I mean, when I first started my business, and this is just kind of one thing in my business where it's just kind of one post on Facebook in a group that I was on, like, you know, I was networking and everything when I first started my business, and I was like, oh, I'm a lawyer, I know everything. Ask me about the law, I'll know. Ask me about anything else, I may not know. I probably will not know, like social media. I'm really bad at social media. I'm really bad at marketing. Exactly. Ask us about the law, we'll know. But those kind of things. And I mean, one day I sat in front of my computer for half an hour, and I was like, right, should I put this post on this Facebook group or not? And what I was going to put is, does anybody know anybody who does marketing or specializes in marketing for law firms? So I just didn't have a clue what to do. Took me half an hour to decide. I thought, and I was struggling with my inner self, and I was like, no, I'm a lawyer, I should know everything. No, but I need help. No, but you're a lawyer, you should know everything. No, but you know, it was backwards and forwards for half an hour. And do you know, I put that post out there, and I had a response just like that. And that was my turning point. That was my turning point. And I think that's the whole beauty of coaching, because some people may not get that turning point themselves. They may not be able to push themselves, you know, to that point where they're like, yes, I need help. But whereas if you have a coach, that coach can then help you and push you and make you realize, because sometimes you need an outside person to come in, have a look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, and kind of just tell you what's going on, and kind of make you realize, well, not tell you, I guess, as make you realize, you know. And that's what I think what you do is, was absolutely great, and it's all happiness as well.
In there everywhere to everyone, whoever wants them.
Sprinkle the world. Do you know I think of that movie, The Trolls, because I watch it with my my 5 pounds.
I've seen it advertised, but it's quite an old one, isn't it? Is it Disney?
Yeah, it's very old, yeah. And then, you know, they've got like sprinkles and everything everywhere. It reminds me of that. It's awesome. Watch that movie if you can. Watch it with your like when there's little kids on, because it does, you know, it's better when the kids are there. So I'm watching it because they want to watch it. So Tor, one thing I found, a couple of things I found interesting about what you said about how you do what you do and what is in your program, is the fact that you said something about visualization and tapping. I've heard a little bit about tapping, where there's certain points in your body where you can tap. Like, I don't know where the points are, but I'm sure you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it's just one technique of many that I use, depending, like I say, on what the client's issue is and what they want to do, what they want to work on. And EFT is emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping. So yeah, interchangeable. And it really is a case of just working on the points of the body, which are sort of energy flow points. They call them meridian points. And it is a case of tapping on sort of certain areas whilst connecting with the thoughts in the mind. So, you know, you're tapping to release any negative energy, and you're tapping to create that positive energy as well. So it's a case of tapping on these points and at the same time creating, you know, some nice sentences that are sort of negative to start off with, and then changing that as we continue the tapping to more positive, more empowering. And I'll tell you what, the first time I did tapping, I was a bit skeptical. I was like, what is it? Like,
You're like, you're just gonna bang your head or something, you tap your head.
And it's based on like Chinese acupuncture, and I just was just a bit like, okay, I know what acupuncture is, and it's sort of similar, but I just was a bit skeptical. And then the first time I tried it in a session, it was a group coaching session, and I just loved it, and it just worked. And for some people it may not work, but it's worth a try. And it's just, like I say, one of the many techniques that I use to help you get to where you want to be. And it really does change negative beliefs. It really helps you to feel inspired and empowered about moving forwards. It's just great.
So does the tapping then, does it kind of like push positive vibes through your body, or you know, how does that work, like for anybody thinking about whether they should come to yourself to do this?
So the way it was explained to me was, you are literally, you know, tapping on meridian points, so energy flow points within the body to release that negative energy. And you combine that with the use of language, which is obviously, you know, your thoughts, your feelings, to change those thoughts and feelings, you know, to make it from a negative to a positive energy, and to change whatever you're thinking of in a negative way and make it a positive one. And
that's really, really good. And then I guess the visualizing, you mentioned I can't say that word, visualization. So you said about the visualization as well. So is that a different technique to the tapping then, or is that used with tapping, the visualization?
It can be part of the tapping, you know, if you want to visualize yourself as more confident, like we said, if that's your issue. But separately, we can do separate sessions on that. So anything from, you know, what your perfect day would look like, you know, where you want to be. Are you happy with what you've got right now? And if you're not, let's work out a way to change it. And it can start with a visualization. You know, I say to people, imagine going and buying your coffee in the morning, but feeling the way you want to feel. So not the way you are now, the negative, whatever it is, feeling the way you want to feel, strong, empowered, and just see how you, like, you know, visualize how you sort of interact with the person who's serving you your coffee. Because you'll be very different from, you know, your negativeness now to the way you want to be, if it's strong, if it's empowered, if it's confident, whatever it is, you know. And just these little tips, these little techniques, they really do make a difference. And they've made a difference to me, my clients. It's great fun. There's so many. I've literally got folders and folders of the stuff, and I'm like, right, whatever your issue is, I'll find something to help you.
Oh, that's do you know, it's so interesting. It's really, really interesting, that, and it's good that there is somebody and something out there that can help people that are in that kind of, in that rut, I guess, and in that mindset where they feel as though they can't come out of it. Especially confidence. Confidence is a really, really big one. But you know, people may be a bit skeptical. I don't know what's wrong with my words today. Skeptical. But you know, even you said as well, when you first started it, when you were doing your coaching and things, and when you were learning it, you were skeptical about it as well. But absolutely, and now you're teaching it, so you know, to your mentees and things, which is absolutely brilliant. So what would you then, what advice would you give to people then that are actually thinking about you know, starting a business? Because obviously you started your business in lockdown and everything. People that are thinking about starting a business, or just starting their business, maybe they've got mindset issues and blocks that they need to clear. So what kind of advice and top tips would you give them then?
I'd probably say, you know, don't compare yourself. Someone said this to me and I just thought it was great. Don't compare yourself to someone's chapter 100 when you're on your chapter 1, because it's not fair. You know, you're not being nice to yourself. So just stay in your lane and focus on you. Like, make yourself the center of your universe. And I say it to everyone, like, just be happy being you literally right now. Like, whatever you're doing, I'm sure you've got something to be happy for. So work out what it is and just do what you want to do. If you want to start a business, then go for it. Whatever struggles, whatever issues, like I said, you've got to pay the bills, whatever, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. It's believing, isn't it? If you believe in yourself, you're literally halfway there.
That's it. That's excellent advice. And that's where the whole kind of mindset thing really comes in. And you know, a lot of people could benefit from the coaching and things like that as well. So if anybody was wanting to contact yourself at all, how would they go about doing that?
So all my details are on the website. It's torslaw.com. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, so Tours-Law, or Instagram, Tours_Law. I'm on there. Just, yeah, any questions you've got, connect with me, follow me. Yeah, it'd be great.
That's super. So if anybody's absolutely loves what Tor has said today, and I think it's just super interesting, so I will be having a chat with you afterwards actually about it, because I just find it really fascinating, these kind of things as well. And then you can, those are Tor's details, and if you want an introduction or anything, or you're too shy to contact her directly, just give me a shout, and on Boss Women, Boss Women by SJ, and I'll be more than happy to do the introduction for you as well. That'd be super. And lastly, I'm going to ask you the ultimate question. If you were a superhero, which superhero would you be and why?
Do you know what? That's such a funny question, because a random girl messaged me on Instagram a few months ago and said, I just had to reach out and like follow you and message you because I'm Swedish and your name in Swedish means Thor. And I'm thinking, what does that mean? And didn't realise at the time it's like the god of thunder and lightning, and also realised then it was a superhero as well once I'm Googling it. So if I was going to be a superhero, it would be Thor. Obviously the name, and because I love bad weather as well. I just love rain and I love crappy weather, and I just do. And if I had the power to fly and change the weather, then that'd suit me fine.
Oh, I love it. Excellent. Thank you so much, Tor, and thank you for spreading your happiness and your sprinkles and everything today, and just for all of your all your tips and everything as well. And as I say, if anybody wants to contact Tor, you can do at her website, on her handles, yeah, torslaw.com. All her handles are on there. And yeah, thank you so much, Tor, for speaking.
It's been great. It's been a nice little sort of laid back chat. It's lovely. Thank you so much.
Always away. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye.